Today, we're going to be looking at a bunch of different retro or retired Nintendo series, ones that haven't yet gotten a game on the Switch or Switch 2, and ranking them on this tier list based on how likely they are to return. First up is Punch-Out! Now, Punch-Out is still a pretty popular series, although it hasn't gotten a game in a while. And due to Little Mac being in Super Smash Bros., it's definitely more likely than the rest to get an inclusion. However, I only see it about a 50-50 chance, as I don't think it's the most popular compared to other series. But it's definitely different from all the other Nintendo series, so it offers something unique. Next up is Ice Climbers. I definitely think this game has no chance of getting a remake. Well, just like Little Mac, the characters are still known for their inclusion in Smash Bros. I don't think could make an interesting game in the Ice Climber series and get it to a $70 price tag. I also think Earthbound is very unlikely to get another game. However, I could see them finally localizing the third game and then releasing a bundle on Switch 2 of all three games. So I think it does have a slight chance of being revived in that sense, but I don't think it will actually get a full new game in the series. Next up is Kid Icarus. I think Uprising definitely helped revive the series, and the series is still known today. However, Sakurai, the developer of Uprising, is definitely busy with other games. However, I feel like the possibility of getting a new Kid Icarus is very high. I'm going as far to say I'm predicting it. I definitely feel like this will be really late into the console's life, but I feel like we have a high chance of getting Kid Icarus game, and I think this is the series they would remake next after Star Fox. Next up is Excitebike and the rest of the Excite series. I think this game easily has no chance of getting a remake. It's the same thing for 1080 Snowboarding and Wave Race. I think if they wanted to revive any of these sports, they would just include it in the next Switch sports game, or they would make a Mario sports version of it, as I feel like those would be way more popular and would sell way more than just a reviving Excitebike. I also feel like all of these three games would be hard to get up to a $60 price tag. Which means if we got anything for them, they would probably be in around the same lines of an F-Zero 99, or just a small little game on the Switch eShop. Next up is a game that I think definitely has a small possibility of getting revived, and that is Chibi Robo. I feel like Chibi Robo is still quite popular to this day, despite being one of the retro characters that isn't in Smash Bros. I don't think he's the most popular though, so I'll put him in more likely than the rest. Next up is Golden Sun, an RPG that got a couple installments, most recently on the DS. I feel like because Nintendo already has a lot of RPGs and JRPGs with Fire Emblem and Xenoblade, I feel like this game is more of a 50-50 chance, as well I would really like to see it. I definitely think they would go for something that would offer something unique in the Nintendo lineup. Up next is Dr. Mario, and I also think this game has no chance of getting revived. We haven't gotten a Dr. Mario title in a while, and I feel like these games mostly be eShop games. There is already a lot of shelf-aware puzzle games filling the eShop, and I don't see Nintendo dedicating any development time to another Dr. Mario. Starfy is a really interesting case for getting a revival. I feel like it's similar to other platformers such as Kirby, and we already have a lot of those from Nintendo. Those are very popular genres among kids. Definitely feel like that if you made Starfy merch, it would make a ton of money for Nintendo. So I think reviving this series would be a really good idea. However, I still don't really see them doing it, but I'll put them in slight chance for all the money that I think that merch could make. Next up is Star Tropics. I think this also only has a slight chance of getting revived. I watched some gameplay earlier and it seems kind of similar to the old Zelda games. And similar to Starfy, we have a lot of games in the action-adventure genre already on Switch from Nintendo, and I don't see them adding another one to the lineup. Next up is Pilot Wings, and it actually looks like we're getting something similar to this in the new Nintendo Switch Sports Resort game. And because of that, I'm going to have to put this one in no chance as well. For the same reasons all the other sports games I've discussed, I cannot see them making a Pilot Wings game with a $60 price tag. We could get an eShop game, but I think it's very unlikely. I think going on the route of including some of these sports in the new Nintendo Switch Sports Resort game is the best idea, as people nostalgic for the series still have a way to enjoy it, without Nintendo using development time on a whole new game. The next game is Mario Sluggers. We have not gotten a baseball game in a while, but it's mainly getting releases in the Mario Golf and Mario Tennis series. And for that reason, I'm going to say that I'm predicting it. I think that baseball is one of the more interesting Mario sports, and I definitely think they should make a new one. Mario Sluggers had an excellent cast of characters, and I think with all the new NPC characters they added to Mario Kart World, getting a lot of those in a new Mario Sluggers game would make it one of the best Mario sports games. This is the final tier list. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and which retro or retired Nintendo series you would like to see revived. Have a great rest of your day. Sincerely, Switch.